What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Nick's Journeys channel. I haven't been on this channel in a minute. I really been just making sure my audio is good. I really been like locked in on like my short form, so I've been doing a lot on TikTok, like I told y'all I was gonna do a while ago. Let me put this down, son. Down. Look, okay, yeah, so I'm right here. But yeah, I really just been locked in on like the short form and everything. Out here in Orlando with my family, enjoying, you know what I'm saying, their company, enjoying Florida. We went over to Disney Springs earlier today. It was a good day. I'm tired. I got a little headache. I think it's all the sugar I've been eating. I really been tripping on like my diet the last couple of days. It's just, I be fasting and stuff, but then I just like to relax and just get into, you know what I'm saying, just relax a little bit when I get around like my folks and stuff. It feels good being around them. I think being around family is always, it's always a fun time being around like my aunt and her kids, and my little cousins, and then my cousin and her kids, and then like my other aunt and uncle and uncles. But yeah, it's a good time, having a good time, enjoying myself, watching the kids. The house is crazy. House got like 9 bedrooms, like a Lego, not a Lego, but a inside out themed bedroom for the kids. Then it has like I forgot what the theme, it's like Super Mario theme for the arcade. But no, it's fire. But yeah, though, I know it's been a minute since I've been on this channel. I'm kind of having a little bit of I'm like kind of a little lost for words. I haven't really been into it for a minute. But I think the short form is going really good. Last week I had a video hit like 6,000 views, almost 7,000 views on TikTok. And that was like a big accomplishment for me. I hit, I think I hit 4,000 likes. That was my goal for that week, and I hit 4,000 likes within that week. So yeah, bro, I'm just like growing and really just embracing this growth process, growing into new spaces, and just continuing to challenge myself to do new things, bro. Like the TikTok, it's been going good. I'm getting a lot of compliments and feedback on it. The numbers are getting there. You know, we're making progress, and I think things are really starting to pick up and go according to plan. But like, aside from the numbers and all, I think what I'm most proud of is the fact that I'm doing things that I say that I'm going to do and holding myself accountable. I think that's what's really helping me build the momentum, you know, moving forward, and it's just helping me build those better habits that are going to, you know, like sow the fruit in the future. So I'm just happy and I'm grateful to be here. Outside, I'm in the pool. Everybody's inside. I was gonna record in the game room, but it's a lot going on. My auntie changing the baby's diaper. Another baby's crying, and then they're in there playing. It's just a lot going on right now. So I just wanted to come out here and talk and make sure that I'm just continuing to stay in the flow. Like I said, it's been a minute, and you guys noticed this. The scenery is a little bit different. You know, I'm used to leaving my office, but right now I'm just out here on the back deck. Yeah, just chilling, relaxing. I'm probably gonna get into my self-care Sundays. It was a long day walking around. My feet hurt. Did a lot of filming up at Disney Springs with the family and everything. I like this mic setup too. I think it sounds fire. We recorded some stuff. Last night I had 2 of my cousins do an MTV Cribs of the whole crib, so that was a good time. That was fun. I edited it last night and I showed everybody this morning. Yeah, bro, but I don't want to just like get into the regular details. I really want to let y'all know like where I'm at in my life. I was talking, well, I feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I was telling Alton the other day, he had pulled up to watch that the UConn game, and we were just talking about it, because I think we were talking about how a lot of the things, or a lot of the information that we've been coming across right now, I had said like it's crazy that we're coming across this right now when this information has been there, and it's crazy how it's just coming to us right now. So as you all know, like I'm 28 years old, and one of the things that it doesn't bother me because I'm certain of where it is that I'm going, but there is like a smudge of a thought, or not even like a smudge, because it's just something that kind of like floats around sometimes, but it's like, will I really be able to do what it is that I'm supposed to do? And as I had that thought, I saw a video. It was about how those who grew up, I think she used it like those who grew up protected are able to accomplish things earlier on in life. So these are the people that you find have success very, very young. But those who had to protect themselves usually often build later and build deeper. And understanding that I went through a lot as a young person, and I kind of had to learn to deal with things on my own and teach myself how to do a lot of things, which ultimately has driven me to become the person that I am. And I always get compliments on how intelligent I am, but I think that due to the fact that at a very young age I realized that nobody was really teaching me. Like nobody really like took time to teach me the things that I felt that I needed to know. And then going into the world and realizing, like facing the fact that I didn't have the understanding or experience, that made me go into a bit of overdrive in terms of I have to know these things and I have to learn these things because I know what I want out of life. And if I don't learn how to get them, then I'm never going to get them. But I'm aware of the fact that I don't know. It's not like I'm just because a lot of people don't know that they don't know, but I'm aware of the fact due to life hitting me the way it did. I'm aware that I don't know certain things, and I'm aware just off of observing things that there are things that I need to know in order to become the type of person that I want, just through observing people who may have had what I wanted or were getting certain outcomes that I would have liked to gotten in my own life. I realized, okay, there's a gap, and there's a deficiency there. So I have to learn how to fill that hole. I have to learn how to fill that hole. And I was talking to my cousin earlier because she's going through a lot in her life right now. I'm not going to put her business out there, but we got on the conversation or the topic of like dealing with trauma. And I don't want all these videos to be dark because I don't want every video to be going into like, these dark conversations. But I think these conversations are necessary because it's something that we deal with, especially within my generation. And I think the generation after mine is going to have to deal with it a lot just due to the fact that the people in my generation are now having children without facing their traumas. So the kids after us, they're going to have to do a hell of a job if they want to be successful and mentally stable. But I think we need to have these conversations. A lot of people are doing things recklessly without really facing their traumas, and they're turning to vices, and I've been guilty of it as well. But I try to go and do things that are productive and teach me, but also I have to admit to myself that I do self-isolate, which keeps me from addressing certain things, right? And I think me and her were talking about a relationship and how relationships, it's crazy because she said verbatim what I was thinking the other day, but she was like, relationships are like a mirror. Like they're like a mirror to you. I keep thinking it's a bug on me, but it's just a little fabric from this. But they're like a mirror to you, and they show you all of the things that you're deficient in. But if you're willing to fight through that process and overcome your own traumas, then you can really blossom into being a great person. But I think that's a very challenging thing. And it's even been a challenge for me, as you all know. Like I mentioned, the girl that I was talking to from Canada, and I really did like her. I really did like her a lot. I actually thought about her today. Like, I was like, bro, it would have been like dope had that situation continued and I could have like had her out here with me, and my family and everything. Cause I was just like, that would have been cool, but obviously that things didn't go that way. So fuck it. But I think when I was dealing with her, she was definitely a mirror to me and showing me a lot of the things that I didn't even know that I had a problem with, in terms of how to deal with certain things. And then also she helped me develop into being a more mature person. I was telling my cousin today, like I remember the day I learned empathy, or I experienced empathy and why it's important to be empathetic towards people, because you don't really understand what their situation does and how it affects them, so you have to empathize with people because you could think they're going overboard with something, but that situation that they're dealing with, whatever it may be, could be very serious to them. And not to say that you have to completely take on their emotions, but you have to understand that they're going through something, and you have to give them the space to do so without them feeling like they're being judged or looked down upon, or they you can't scrutinize people for these things just because they're going through something, and maybe they wouldn't deal with it the same way that you would deal with it, or because I had made a joke about something she went through, and I thought it was lighthearted because that's just how I joke, but it hurt her feelings, and I was like, damn, had I went through that and somebody made a joke about that, something serious, I was like, yeah, that probably bothered me too. But it's a lot, bro. We all are going through something, and I think that my generation specifically, I don't even know what generation I'm in. I don't know if I'm Gen Z. I don't know, millennial. I don't know. I was born '96 though, but I think that people around my age and younger are definitely very intentional and very conscious of the fact that we need to heal, and healing is a very important part of the journey. That's how we overcome the things that have hurt us and wounded us through our childhood and adulthood or any time in life, bro. We have to heal from these things, because if we don't heal from them, then they become things that we then express through things that lead to our own destruction. So a lot of times when we don't really address the fact that we need to heal from certain situations, it leads to us turning to vices, and that's where we get addiction from. That's where we get these illnesses from. That's where we destroy ourselves, because we're not willing or ready to face the issues that we have as people. So that's a big thing, because I'm looking at these relationships, and like I'm really like, I want to be in a relationship bad. Like every time I get around my family, bro, it makes me want to get into a relationship. My aunt and her husband are married. They have a beautiful family. It just looks so fun, And I mean, obviously we're on vacation, or usually when I see them, it's holidays. But to see how their kids are, to see how, I don't know, just to view it, I can tell that they're very like loved. And that's something I want for myself one day, but I also don't want to rush into it. And I would honestly have to admit that I think there is a fear there, because of, I don't want to be that person. Like I want to make sure that I'm good to go into a relationship. I want to make sure I'm a whole person. Like moving forward, my next thing that I want to get into is therapy. I really want to get into therapy, and to really, like, from a non-biased perspective, somebody who doesn't have anything to gain really, from like lying to me, or just, coddling me in any way. And not to say that I feel that anybody in my life does that now, but I just think I would like a professional's help with some of the things that I've been through, and helping me just develop myself into more of a complete person, which is something I do a lot on my own, or at least I try to do a lot on my own. But I want to definitely get that help, because I made a video the other day about how I deserve to live life at its fullest, and I understand the fact that I have been through a lot of situations. Even my aunt, we were talking last night, and she was like, yeah, you went through a lot as a kid. She was like, you went through it. And I was like, a lot of stuff I don't even like register that it was something like tough to go through, because it was just like, I don't know, just things just happen, But I don't know. But I definitely want to move forward with like my healing journey. And I think, I know that by me creating these videos and me creating on TikTok and me doing things with purpose and a positive intention, or with the intention of helping others, it's definitely helping me through my process. And it's allowing me to heal, as I understand that by me saying these things, it gives other people whatever it gives them. I hope it gives them some sort of comfort. I hope it gives people an understanding that they're not the only one going through their situation, or even if they do feel like their situation is unique to them, it's often rooted in an emotion that has been experienced by other people through different type of experiences. So understand that you're not the only one feeling what you're feeling, but there is room to grow, and there is opportunity for you to grow. And you don't have to be stuck in your trauma. You don't have to be stuck in those emotional battles. Those battles are to be overcome, but we do need help, and we do have to have intention behind the help that we're seeking. We can't just go here and go there, because there are a lot of things that will present themselves as help, but these things will often have the potential to lead you to destruction. We were talking about like a lot of the things people within my generation face, like drugs, porn addiction, sex addiction, alcohol, TV binge watching, obesity, eating too much. There are a lot of different things that are driving us away from living healthy lives, but we use them as coping mechanisms to deal with the trauma and the pain that we don't want to face in the moment. We just keep running from it and running from it, but that running from it is really causing our own destruction. So I think it's best that we continue to develop community and continue to have an understanding and providing information that can allow us to overcome these situations. That way we can have a more productive and a more healthy community. We need one another, and we need one another to be here. We need one another to be here for one another. I don't know if I said that right, but y'all get the point. But we need each other to be there for each other. And we need that community that'll serve as, that shoulder to cry on sometimes, because everybody's not going to be down at the same time. Everybody's not going to be up at the same time. But, bro, there's this girl, there's this girl. What is her name, bro? Cause she's been like, she's a godsend. What is her name? I think I know, but I'm gonna just look it up because I'm not sure. Her name is. She's probably at the top of my subscriptions on YouTube. Pearly, Parliee. She started a channel, bro, and she's been popping up, and like the point that she has been making has just been hitting so hard because it resonates with where I am in my life. But she talks a lot about overcoming things and how we have these fears to be seen, and how a lot of situations that we endured during our childhood have made us incomplete humans, and we weren't necessarily even taught to be human. And she's been putting the mirror like right here for me, bro. Like, I recommend everybody go watch that channel because she just, bro, she's like, it feels like she's like, it feels like I'm being talked to by like a grandmother. She's like a very young lady, but it feels like I'm being talked to by somebody who's very, very wise beyond like centuries. You know, it seems like the information that she's presenting, it's like, bro, I don't know, bro. She definitely has like a nurturing old soul, I would say. But she just like hits it and she articulates it so perfectly to the point where it's like, it feels like therapy just listening to her. But I've definitely been gaining that. But that's a perfect example of how putting yourself into the world may help somebody. You know, these are things that she probably went through or she may have observed. So now her putting that out there is now helping me, which me putting out something out into the world may help you, which will then allow you to help somebody else. And then the trail just continues. But we're all helping one another, help one another, you know, and that's what community is about. Showing up for ourselves and expressing the things that are unique to us and articulating them through our unique perspective, but having an emotion with them that can then allow somebody to be able to, one, relate that situation to what they went through, understand it, gain clarity from it, heal from it, then be able to go tell their message to somebody else who may need to hear it from them, you know, because I'm not gonna reach everybody, you know, and the Pearly girl, she may not reach everybody. You may not reach everybody, but you can reach somebody that can reach the next person and reach the next person, to where we've developed an ecosystem and a community and eventually a world of people who are able to overcome these situations that they're being put through, and understand that there's light at the end of the tunnel for them to be able to do whatever it is that they want to do with their lives. But it's all a beautiful process, bro, and I'm just grateful to be here. I feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be, and it's crazy. You know, I'm learning so much, but I've never felt more centered, right? I've never felt more centered. I've never felt more empathetic towards the world. I've never felt more of a desire to express love and to receive it. You know, it's a very weird feeling, bro, but I'm very happy with it. And I've never felt a deeper sense of purpose. I really came to the realization last week that I am the only one in my way. And the things that I want to do, bro, I just have to go do them and dismiss what everybody else is talking about. Because the more I realize it and the more I get on Instagram and the more I just look at the world and I observe. And I guess I'm judging, but most people ain't on shit, bro. They not on shit. They're not doing shit. Everybody's just talking about what they're going to do. But we all have the ability to go do something. It's just about who's actually going to be willing to go do it. And I know that I'm capable of doing everything that I want to do because I've seen myself do things that I wanted to do, right? I wanted to make 50 videos for this channel. I did that. I told myself I was going to get 4,000 likes on my TikTok by the end of the week. I did that. You feel me? All of these different things I'm knocking off, and I just keep doing it. I told myself I was going to drop my album. 3 of them. I did that shit 3 times. You feel me? I told myself I was going to do the last call video. I told myself I was going to do the long way home video. I told myself I was going to do tailgate season video 2 years before it even happened. And look what happened. Bro, I told myself I was going to shoot a music video on top of my school before they tore it down. Guess what? The school is gone, and I have a video of me on the top of the school. Nobody can recreate that, bro. And I seize the opportunity of that moment. And I guess I'm popping my shit a little bit right now because, bro, I do it, bro, and I do it. But I want to inspire you to do it too. I want to inspire you to go be great too. I want to inspire you to go do the shit that you want to do with your life. I want to inspire you to just be great and embody the greatness that exists within you. Everybody has greatness within them. You know, everybody has the power of God to create whatever life it is that they want for themselves within them. It's all about choosing to embrace it, and whether or not you choose to embrace it is completely up to you. You know, it's not up to anybody else. It's all up to you and the power that you allow yourself to feel, because it already exists. It's not something you can necessarily get rid of, but you can deny it. But denying it would be doing a disservice to yourself, because you would be settling for a life of mediocrity when nobody was sent here to live a mediocre existence. You know, we were all sent here to maximize our existence, point blank, period. You know, so that's something I strive to do every day. And I want to inspire everybody that is interacting with me on whatever level, whether it be on this channel, the Purple Air channel, the Nick Johnson channel, the TikTok, whatever, wherever the fuck you find me. You know, I want you to gain something from it, and I want you to feel like, you know, I want you, not even feel, I want you to know that you are great. I want you to know that you possess the power to create whatever you want. And I want you to know that when you leave these videos or when you listen to my music, you know, because that's how I feel when I listen to it. That's how I feel when I listen to these videos of me talking. I don't listen to them that often, but sometimes I'll just be scrolling and I'll listen to them, because even me saying this right now, this is just the power speaking through me. You know, I'm just expressing it through my unique self, but it's really the power that is speaking through me, you know, and that's what you have to allow to flow within your own life. And that's where the greatness truly comes from. You're really just an embodiment of the greatness that exists within all of us. You know, every living being, everything that is, all that is, you know, exists because of the greatness within. So I want you to embody that, and I want you to know that you are capable and you are worthy. You know, you are able, you are loved. You know, you can do whatever it is you want if you choose to do it, and can't nobody stop you. Because I for damn sure don't think nobody can get in my way. You know, I feel that I am the anomaly to the game. Yeah, I'm not even going to throw a disclaimer in that. You know, there's no need to put a wrench into it. That's just how I feel. I feel that, I don't know, it's just how I be feeling. You know, I be feeling like a lot of shit don't apply to me. A lot of the things that people go through, I feel like, or I wouldn't even say go through, but allow themselves to be put through. I feel like a lot of it doesn't apply to me, because I've came to the understanding that a lot of the things that people go through is simply just a construct of the mind. You know, so if you choose that it's not applicable to you, or you can overcome the situation, then you will, you know, because all problems are meant to be solved. You know, and there's no problem that can't be solved by some form of effort. So yeah, like, I don't know, but I just wanted to come on here because I haven't been on here in a minute. Once again, I thank y'all for watching me. I'll probably do another one of these. Hopefully we get to go to the beach. We're a little bit of a ways from the beach, so I don't know if we'll be able to go. We're like an hour and a half away from Clearwater, but I guess we'll see. You know, we'll see what happens. So once again, I thank all of you for watching. I'm probably gonna go get into my self-care Sundays after this. I brought my face mask down here, my clear coat. I do my nails and stuff. To all the young dudes out there watching, it's not feminine to do your nails, bro. Girls like that shit. Like, oh my God, your nails. You're clean, brother. Do your nails, bro. Don't be walking around here with dirt on your fingers and dry, crusty looking nails, bro. Get you a Buff Shine kit. This is what I do on my self-care Sundays, bro. I get in the shower. I do my hair. I wash, condition my hair, whatever. Wash my face. Then I get like the face mask, the Pacifica face mask from Target. Put that on for like 20 minutes. Do the whole little nail set, the Buff Shine, you know. Make it look smooth. Throw me a clear coat on there. Sit there, watch me some Twitch. I might watch somebody on stream. You feel me? I might watch a little interview or something. Might watch something on Netflix. Let my nails dry, bro, and I get started. I might read a little bit. But yeah, bro, like, take care of yourself. Young men and women, boys and girls. But yeah, bro, thank y'all for watching my channel. Thank y'all for being with me on this journey of life as I continue to grow and evolve. And as all of you grow and evolve with me, bro, this is all a process. This is a family. This is a community. You know, and we're all dreamers going after the things that we want in life. If you're somebody that's over here with us, so thank you. Once again, I'm just always so grateful for y'all to be here. I'm grateful for you coming back and watching this video. But yeah, bro, once again, Thank you for watching. I am Nick Johnson, aka your favorite cousin. And if I haven't already, I officially welcome you all to the Purple Era. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace out. Peace.